Hey there guys, CrossFlux here, welcoming you back to Let's Play Metroid Zero Mission. In the last episode, we put our Varia suit to good use as we explored the deeper depths of Norfair, obtaining our wave beam in the process. So, right off the bat here, we're greeted by the larva that we kind of killed at the very end of the last episode. So it seems it's fallen a little bit deeper into the region of Ridley from where we left off in Norfair. But so far, it's looking like there's nowhere we can really go here in the Ridley region. Let's see. Yeah, nothing to really blow up here, no secrets to be found, except a hole in the ground here, which is kind of deadly. But other than that, there's nothing we can really do. So, let's head back the way we came and see if there's some new path open to us. My instincts tell me that since that larva fell a little bit deeper into the tunnels, perhaps there's a path open here. And indeed, I was correct. So, following it down into the Ridley region, we can bypass the super missile doors. And is it just me, or was there something in that shell last time we were here? Huh. Oh well, I'm sure it's nothing. Ooh, an egg. Crush, crush, crush. You know what they say, you gotta break a few eggs to make an omelet, right? Ah, it's a bee! So, here's the boss, Imago. It's basically a giant flying space bee. The only thing it can really do is run across the screen, as you can see. So, the only thing you can do is run to keep up with it, firing missiles at it the whole time. Use your speed boost here to try and catch up with it. Try not to start chasing it a little too early, because you'll wind up hitting it like I do sometimes. It's just because I'm a little impatient. I haven't really figured out a good strategy to dodge its stingers or anything. I usually just kind of take the hits, since I'm able to deal way more damage than they can deal to me. So after just a few cycles of this, it should go down. It's also worth noting that it gets a little bit faster as it gets weaker, as with most bosses in this game. Sometimes it gets stuck on that wall there. Alright, once its stinger falls off, that means it's dead, and the only thing we can do is head back to the left. And it'll crash into this wall, revealing our first super missile tank. So if you thought missiles were powerful, you haven't seen anything yet. So these bad boys come in sets of 2 instead of 5, just because they're that powerful. The way you equip them is by pressing select and then scrolling through them, just as you would with your missiles, by holding R to activate them. So, now that we have super missiles, we can open those pesky green hatches that we've seen a few of already. So, let's see. Use a missile to blow up that block there, and we can head through this super missile door here. Well, first I gotta select the super missiles. That's probably an important step to consider. So, as I mentioned briefly at the end of the last episode, the Ridley region is definitely a difficulty spike. The enemies here start dealing lots of damage, and they start getting a little bit faster and tougher to take down. Especially those little owl robots. Really don't know what they're called, but they're one of my least favorite enemies in this area. So there's also quite a few kind of enemy rooms in this region. Not really sure what else to call it, just rooms that have lots of enemies for you to kill. Ooh, free energy tank. Oh. Aww. It tricked me. Well, we'll just have to go around the other way. What's interesting to note is it's actually possible to collect that energy tank from the direction that I was coming from. I just didn't really perform my jump correctly. So if you get it on your first try, congrats to you. Anyways, heading through a hot room here. If we see on our map, if we head up, we might be able to go back to the right in order to connect to that room that had the energy tank in it. So that's definitely priority number 1 in my book. More health is always a plus. So this little area down there has a lot of invisible head enemies. They're just like walking heads. I don't really know what else to call them. But they're annoying, and there's a lot of them. So as soon as you blow that area up with the bomb, I recommend pelting them with missiles. And indeed, I was right. Now with that energy tank claimed, we can actually continue through our progression. Only thing is, we gotta kill these enemies again. Charge beam ought to take that down. Ooh, super missile. I like it. I'll take it. So, it's a little slow and arduous, but ultimately nothing we can't handle. This room here is a save room, I believe. Alright, that's correct. So, only way to do is to head down. That seems to be the theme of this game. Slowly heading down, the deeper we go. So, we get a free missile tank just for progressing through the game. Alright. Now, if you notice here, there's actually speed blocks. So that seems to imply that we're going to need to speed boost back this way from the other side. So that's exactly what we're going to do once we reveal the map. So Ridley's not as big of an area as we have seen, but there's a lot more hidden areas in this region than will show up on the map. So it kind of tricks you in that regard. So up here in this really long room, this is the area where you have to build up your speed to get your Shine Spark. So it's a little difficult. Alright, you gotta time it just right. Alright, so basically what you had to do was make use of your Shine Spark by crouching right before you fall off. So here we're gonna need the Shine Spark again as we head straight up. Now this room is very infuriating for me, so hopefully I'll be able to do it without taking too many tries. I had to practice it a bunch, so forgive me if I still manage to screw it up. Alright, let's see here. Heading through here. I'll just go ahead and claim these missiles. Alright, so if you notice, there's a lot of these falling platforms here. And there's this wall that I just blowed up here with my bomb. Basically, I shot that using a diagonal shot when I was up in the top left corner of the screen currently. And that was to clear it so that I could get through it in time before I collapsed all the way to the bottom. Alright, so here's the trick here. Basically, that platform will collapse on you before you have time to really do anything else. So what I like doing is just shoot and then constantly grab that ledge. Alright. Oh, may have to wall jump here. There we go. Alright, so I guess I don't really know how well to explain it, but you guys kind of saw what I had to do, and I'm sure you can figure out just from watching my video how to really do that. That took me, geez, I don't know, 20, 30 tries on my practice file just to get that right for you guys. So hopefully you appreciate it. Anyways, now that we're done with that hidden area, we can finally progress. But of course, that's not the only secret that may or may not take us a while in this episode. So depending on how well I perform, this video will either be a short one or a long one. But there's definitely a lot of secrets to be had here in the region of Ridley. So, another free missile tank for us. So, they're definitely trying to prepare us because these upcoming fights start taking lots of health to take down. So, I guess that's why they give us a few free missile tanks so that you don't have to go out of your way as much for just the casual player. Let's see, I'm taking a lot of abuse here, but let's see if I can't make it through all the way. A lot of space beasts through here. Usually you can dodge them by heading into a morph ball mode if they start ganging up on you. But yeah, this is a really long room, and that's because we're actually going to have to use another Shine Spark trick. And I'll show you where we have to do that once I kill these enemies here. So basically, along this wall here, you see how there's speed up? Well, there's definitely no room in this room to get up enough momentum, so we're going to have to do it the hard way. So, whoops, there we go. Blow up those ceiling tiles there, and we can head up into this little ceiling grate. So, we're going to have to be smart with how we conserve our Shine Spark. Basically, if you get hit or you run into a wall, then you lose your Shine Spark. So you're going to want to shoot doors before you lose it. You're able to maintain your Shine Spark momentum if you run into a ramp. Alright, woo! I managed to actually pull that off pretty well. Not bad. First try! Anyways, in this room we can see that there's a missile tank. However, we can't actually get that missile tank until we get another upgrade further into the game. So what we need to do is actually Shine Spark our way backwards. But there's still a secret for us to get, and that's this suspicious looking ceiling block here. So now, this room's a little annoying. Basically, you have to blow up a few blocks, and if you'll notice, this entire area is full of speed up blocks. But this room alone isn't enough to build up momentum. So what we're going to have to do is travel back to the previous room and carry the momentum over that way. So this one will probably take me a few more tries than even the other ones did. Yep, so basically what you have to do is shoot to clear your way while you're still running, missile this block that will appear right around here, and then you'll have to jump while maintaining your speed, and hopefully if you time your jump just right, you'll be able to clear out enough blocks to clear the path to the missile expansion. Oh man, practice pays off. I'll tell you what, guys. I had to practice this one even more than the other secrets that I've already shown in this video. So, hey, I guess muscle memory's sticking with me. Not too bad. Unfortunately, I screwed that up. You still need a speed boost to escape from this area. So, we should be able to just plow through the wall here. Yep, I was right. Alright. So, let's take a look at our map. It seems we have another shaft that we can traverse. And another one of these strange blocks that we can't quite eliminate. We're probably going to have to obtain another one of those unknown items if we want to be able to do anything about that. So we'll just progress through the first door that we come to. And once again, a lot of these rooms just have enemies in them. Enemies all day, every day. So if you notice, this is the only pipe in this room that doesn't have space bees flying out of it. So it's your hint that it actually leads to a secret. And it actually leads to phony lava, which leads to a secret. So, secrets for days. So, let's actually head back the way we came. That's the safest bet. Otherwise, you'll have to deal with avoiding lava and pulling off tricky wall jumps and whatnot. So, I'd rather not deal with that. I'd rather play it safe. Alright, once again, we're kind of greeted with a room that's essentially a free missile expansion, seeing as how there's really no puzzle solving to that. It's simply blowing up a few enemies and then claiming your prize. So yeah, I bet you guys thought I was really kidding when I said we'd be getting a lot of secrets this episode. Alright, so the best way to do this room, I found, is to use your ice beam to freeze one of those enemies so that you can grab that missile expansion. Because otherwise, you're going to be taking a long trip down. Oh man, I'm starting to get tired of these enemy rooms that just have lots of enemies in them. It's getting old real quick, game. But we're actually greeted with a super missile expansion. That's pretty nice. But that's not the only thing in this room. There's actually a hidden area right here that we can take. It has missile expansion just sitting out in the open. You know, hiding out in the open is sometimes the best camouflage. And there's another missile tank in this area. Actually, there's two. So let's see, how are we going to go about doing this? Nope. Okay, I did not do that right. Okay, this room I don't remember quite as fondly, just because... Alright, there you go. You just had to be quick. Basically, those collapsing blocks down there are going to slowly collapse, and you need to stand up in time to be able to shoot all these blocks away. Sorry, I'm a little quiet here. I'm trying to focus. This other missile tank is a bit more tricky, in my opinion. Alright, can I blow that up? Okay, I can with my beam. Alright, let's go back into morph ball mode. Hopefully quick enough. Alright. So yeah, the trick to this one is to hang off that ledge in the upper right, and you should be able to fire your wave beam downwards and claim it that way. Now that we've gotten like 3 more missiles in the span of just a few seconds, we can head back this way. We unfortunately have to make it through this enemy room once again, but I'd say it's worth the trip, just because we got a lot of stuff for our efforts. Now it's safe to head down through this. Let's see, we can head to the right, however there's not too much we can do there just yet. So, I'm actually going to hit the save area, and, well, Yeah, I probably should go ahead and call it here. I don't think I'll have quite enough time to show off the rest of what I need to get to, so this is probably the best stopping put. So, thanks so much for watching, guys. I really appreciate your views, and I hope you'll join me in the next part. But remember, most important of all is to have a blessed day. See you then.